Welcome to another episode of Word to Your Mother. Hey y'all, what's going on? As you can see from today's topic, we are talking about that good old family drama. Now y'all know we all have it. So let's just get on to the video. Drama, something that I think everybody goes through. Yeah, they do. And the major question, the first question is, how do you respond to family drama? Well, I mean, everybody is different. So I'm the type of person where I like to keep the peace between everybody. So I'm like always trying to figure out a way to put things based on a person's personality. You know, like, you know your family members, right? You know the ones that's gonna get mad, the aunties that's gonna cuss you out, the rude ones, the sensitive ones that may not talk to you for a year or so, you know. So you just respond. I just respond accordingly, you know, based on who it is, you know. So I'm always trying to figure out a way to like not be aggressive but passive aggressive. That's her go-to. Hey, can't you lose? I think mine is more so depends on the situation rather than the person. I really don't be taking the person into account. It's the situation. Like if it was just a blatant you did something wrong to me and aren't willing to apologize. What do you want to if you did something to me and just weren't willing to apologize or whatever the case, it all depends on the situation. I am always willing to apologize. The goal is to keep the peace because we family at the end of the day. Even if we're not talking, we're still family. So with the goal being to keep the peace, I'll apologize if need be. I expect apology if need be. And I don't like to just move forward like nothing happened. I hate, that's when you could use that word. I hate that. I hate people who just move on like nothing ever happened, no matter how much it affected everyone involved. It's just like, oh, well, we're family, so we'll just get past it. Yeah. Well, you know, I can't tell you how to feel. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that instead of it being more like an apology type thing, I think that as family, we should be willing to talk it out. Like it should be worth the conversation. You know, because no, I'm just saying like you, just like you just said, you know, let's not just move past it. Let's not just sweep it under the rug because it does nothing. You know what I mean? It ruins the relationship because every time this from happening again. Right. Or, But then it also make it in an uncomfortable situation to where you guys can't really be around each other unless if somebody's feeling awkward. Both of you guys are really feeling awkward. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, all families have drama in some form or fashion, you know, and it's not just black people that have drama. All people have family drama. It may not be big, it may be little, but we all have drama. So I mean, when you faced with this kind of problem, like what would you do to a person, you know, if they was unwilling to communicate about it? I mean, I absolutely have no problem moving on. Like cutting people off is my expertise. If it's if it get to a certain point, like regardless of I get it, we're still family. That's why I said even if we're not talking, we're still gonna be family. But I don't have to talk to you. Like we're blood. So it is what it is. If we cross paths, I'm not gonna be trying to fight you and stuff like that. Maybe, but I'm playing. But if family do make you feel like that. It can get, you know, it get personal because it's family. It's a lot of passion and love there. But if it gets to a certain point where, like I said, if the situation was just beyond, I have no problem cutting you off. If you show your true colors and show, okay, you can't be around me and respect me as a person first, I don't want to be around you, and I don't have to be around you, family or not. That's how I feel. And you feel like what? I mean, I just feel like we should be able to talk it out. You know what I mean? We should be able. What if the other side's not willing to communicate?
mean, if they not willing to communicate, you know, I'm still gonna get what I got to say out. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to block me, or if you my family, like, no, I'm not willing to, because I guess I feel like it's hard for me to like be in a room with you and I'm mad at you. Like, I can't fake that. You know what I mean? I just can't fake it. I can't just be there with you and we all at a family gathering and we sitting on both sides of the table. No. You blocked me now, so we finna talk about it at the family gathering.
See,
no, we don't talk about it.
I could totally come to the family function and act like you do not exist, and it won't bother me at all. Like, oh, that's so sad because we used to be so close. That look at where we are now because they want to act foolish. You see, I'ma still come up, turn up, have a good time with the people who do love me.
What if they feel like you was the one acting foolish and that you was the one that should apologize?
Well, unless we're communicating, with family, you gotta always be willing to have the conversation. So unless we sit down and have a mutual, respectful conversation, honest, you got to be honest. Don't be trying to lie and beat around the bush. I feel like you can't tell people like, no, you did this and it's like you made me feel
right
like this.
Exactly right.
And you know, like, really, the goal is a resolution. The goal is peace. The goal is to be yay at the end or whatever, because you're family. Right.
And it's not even like about who's right, who's wrong. It's about understanding the situation. You know, I feel like family is worth taking the time out to where we at least got to understand the situation, and at the end of the day, if we still decide, well, maybe we shouldn't talk, or, you know, then it's good. You know, like, you don't have to apologize to me. You don't have to admit you was wrong. I don't have to admit I was wrong. But like she said, you made me feel, and if we are both willing to accept those feelings from it, because you can't tell a person how to feel. You know what I mean? You can't tell her, well, just because you didn't make her feel that way, that she doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? That's like, well, maybe I didn't make you feel, I didn't mean to make you feel that way, you know, something like that. But to be like, nah, I didn't, and, you know, no, get to some common grounds, you know what I'm saying? And no, you go.
I think that a lot of, well, not a lot of it, but some of it is that generational disconnect. There are, I feel like, me personally, and you know, if you're watching this in your family, it is what we being honest. It's a raw talk. I have been in situations where a lot of my family drama was between older people. Like, it wasn't even the people related to me. It was caused by someone older in the family, because maybe they didn't want to talk to me because they think all these young kids are so disrespectful, and, you know, they may get out of hand if I come to her like that, or, you know, they don't treat me like family. Like, you're my niece, or you're my sister, you're my cousin, whatever the case. Let's sit down and talk about whatever it is I got going on, because we family. It's like, oh, let me call your mama, and let me call this person, and let me see that's and I think get you cut off. Old, young, blood, married in. I don't care.
And I also think like in defense to that, because I do, you know, feel like, you know, the older people has earned their respect in the family, you know. So I mean, if I have, let's just say, for example, an older aunt or uncle or something like that, and they have something to say about my kids, you know, they're more likely to tell my mom or me before they go to the person themselves. And that's just because y'all didn't grow up the same. You know what I mean? Like, when we grew up, we had family gatherings all the time, so we were around each other like every Sunday, or it wasn't a week went by that we didn't see each other at some point. But today the families is not like that. It's like, you know, this sister got her kids and her family, and this sister got her kids and her family, then they got their mom, and then their mom got their sister, and, you know, everybody is just like totally separate, because they don't spend time with each other, you know. So that's why I can understand, like, the older people being like, not being able to approach a younger person a generation down. You know, like, I don't know.
I never understood that. For me personally, I can only speak for me personally. I am a very respectful, just polite well-mannered, do what everyone says. Like, if I'm the youngest person in the room, I'm the one getting up to get everybody drinks, or if you drop something, I'm gonna make sure I'm the one to pick it up, or you need help with your bag. Like, that's just me, and I've always been that way. So for me, it's like, if we are family, why can't you just talk to me? Like, why do you have to treat me like I'm
somebody's child?
Like I'm somebody. Especially now that I'm grown. Like, now that I'm older, it's just like, it's not speak when spoken to, you're a child. It's like, we all in the same space, we all drinking and partying together, but if you got an issue, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to your mama. What?
I mean, no, I mean, because you are older, they, like, a lot of older family members remember that kid. You know what I mean? So they always thinking about that kid. They don't know the adult you. You know what I mean? So it's like a reintroduction or something. You know, it's like they don't know how you would respond, or they may have thought that they was saying it and was able to say it, but then all of a sudden you cussing them out. But I'm not saying that's you.
Yeah, but that's, you know,
that's what they may think, like, you know, I don't know the adult version of her. You know, so then that's when I think, like, you know, I think that young people should call their older.
I was just about to say, so who establishes the boundaries of this relationship? Because I feel like it's the older people. Because when we're kids, it's the adults that establish how that relationship runs. You know which adults you can talk around and be comfortable with, and da-da-da-da. You know which adults to shut up, only speak when spoken to, or just not be in sight around. Like, adults establish that from youth, and we carry that from youth. Like, we don't just make it up when we're grown, like, oh yeah, I want to be close to you. And I mean, if you do, then call that person. But I feel like for adults, it was always weird to me, and the twins. I'm throwing the twins under the bus too. It was just always so weird to us when she would be like, did you call this adult, or did you call this adult? It's like, did they call me? Like, I mean, we all are living life. When you're kids, I know a lot of y'all, for whatever reason, forget being kids and forget that kids grow up and remember stuff, and it shapes them from every moment, that every day that they're living.
Yeah, I believe that.
So it's like, you establish, oh, I remember my auntie used to call me all the time. We used to talk about everything. She would ask me how my day was, blah, 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 blah. Compared to somebody who you only see at family functions, and that's when y'all talk and kiki and da-da. And then the auntie that you never see, never speak to, she never call you, but one day you just supposed to call her like, oh, hey, auntie, just checking on you. You don't call to check on me.
Well, see, that's another thing about family. When I said I try to keep the peace, and I try to, like, not burn bridges, because you just never know when you might need a person. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, I've always made it a point to, like, call my older aunties and my grandmother, you know, the older people, like, every Sunday, you know, to keep in touch as the younger person, because I just feel like that just goes from that generational thing again, where I may talk to her and they may support you through me, you know, but you're not seeing that support, or all you know is that whenever you need something, you got it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so, but were these people who because you don't call every single auntie. So the people who did get calls, they were the ones who you were more actively had a closer relationship with, right? Like, you didn't start calling somebody who you had never spoken to, and then I've spoken built this
to everybody. I speak to everybody. That's just how I feel family should be. Okay, I got an aunt that I don't talk to every day, but I don't feel nothing if I get up and, after this video, go give her a call and just say, hey, how you doing? She might sound dry, you know, because I'm just expecting that, but I'm still gonna do it just because
it's not saying that you feel some type of way, but it's like they make you feel guilty for not calling them. But it's like, you never, like, people used to always, oh, you don't call me, I don't call nobody. When you're in high school, middle school, you only call your friends. You're not calling to talk. Like, that's what I'm saying. People forget about being kids. You was not sitting on the phone talking to your great aunt all day. Like, I don't get the guilt behind that. Like,
okay, so
it should not be on the child to build this relationship with an adult.
But I don't think it'd be that serious. You know what I mean? I think it'd be more or less like, hey, how you doing? I was just calling to say hi and check on you, because you know that they old, or they may live alone, or, you know, and you just want to let them know that you love them. So I guess it really is just a disconnect, because I understand what you mean. Like, they can call you every once in a while too, right? But as a adult, a grown adult, the next generation grown adult, great aunts and, you know, things like that, I just feel like the way the world going, and we know that so many people are getting sick and, you know, just depressed, losing their mind. Just check on them. Just make them feel good.
There's nothing wrong with that with somebody that you know. That's all I'm saying.
Get to know
that
them.
you can't, and that's just like weird to me. Like, honestly, like honestly, my conversation skills have drifted a little bit since we've been in quarantine. So to just call somebody who you don't talk to, I mean, obviously y'all would have a lot to talk about, but what if they not sitting up there asking you questions, or like, you know, really trying to give that give and take? So it's just, hi, I love you, okay, bye. Like,
no, it's just like, hey, and they like, hey, because they probably wonder like, why you calling, what you need, you know. And you be like, you know, I was just calling to check on you, know, I was thinking about you, and I was just calling to say I love you. You know, it don't hurt. It's just,
I'm not anti it. I'm not. I just think that it all starts from the youth, and if you never put in no time with that child, you can't expect that child to grow up and all of a sudden just care and always have you on their mind and be calling it. It's very possible that that could happen because they're just that kind of person. But if you're just the kind of person who just lives your life with who's around you and who you see, and you know, you can still love everybody and feel that way, but if you don't reach out, you don't reach out. They don't reach out, you don't. It's not no bad feelings. It's just, she don't call me, I don't call her, but I love you if I see you. Like, what's wrong with that?
Right. I mean, but the thing I hate about family drama is basically like how it literally breaks up the whole family. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like if two siblings get into a big fight or something like that, now who do you invite to the family function? They both is not coming, so now you got to choose one. Who you gonna invite? You know what I'm saying? But who you gonna invite to the function? You know, and then if you invite one over the other, then they feel in some type of way. And then even if you try to alternate, it don't work. You know, so it's like, how do you fix it? You know what I mean? Like, how do you make it to a place where it's okay? It's okay to...
I work all my problems out. I think communication is key. I just truly believe that with all relationships. Tell your truth. I tell my truth.
But you feel as a youngster though, they should come to you and you shouldn't.
No. I don't have that sort of entitlement. Like, you need to come to me and blah 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 blah. It's more so with the drama aspect. Like I said, it's more so of a situational thing. It depends on, to me, who was wrong and who was wrong and who has tried. Like, if something went wrong between me and you, and I tried to reach out to you, I tried to apologize, I tried for us to clear it up, have a communication, and you call in the twins talking about me, tell Kriana this and this, and tell her that. At a certain point, I'm gonna just have to let it go. Like, okay, well, I tried to talk directly to her, I tried to fix it, and she wants to go around this. Yeah, that's my mama, but if you don't want to sit down and have a conversation like an adult, I can't stress myself out over it. And I just gotta move on. And when you're ready to talk, it will be your turn to approach me because I tried. And that's just for people with me. That's the kind of person that I am.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but like, how do you just expect... I mean, I don't know. So you saying that if somebody is wrong in your eyes, that they should be the one trying? What if they didn't feel like they was wrong?
If they were wrong and I tried to, if I feel like they were wrong, but I still tried to communicate, like it's all very fuzzy and it's all very situational. So it's not really, again, it's not really how do I put it? If I feel that they're wrong, and they may feel that I'm wrong, but I have tried to reach out to have a conversation, and you cannot sit down and have a civilized conversation with me, and you want to call this person and tell everybody our business, and then you got this person calling me, telling me I'm wrong, and this person calling me. That's too much. We're family. You and I, whoever we had the situation with, should be able to sit down and talk about it. I think where it crosses the line for me with family drama is when you start to get messy and getting other people involved. Yes. Because I am a very straight to the source person. And like I said, I've never come at anyone disrespectful. If I have any sort of uncomfortable feeling or anything, I was always raised, say what you need to say. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So you come to me and you tell me your truth. You tell me how you feel. And, as long as it ain't disrespectful, we can work on it. But I have encountered people who totally faulted on that, on their own teachings that, okay, you say this, but when I come to you, it's a whole different energy. You're not trying to hear it. You're not trying to work it out and compromise. I cannot be bothered. I cannot.
So basically you saying it's okay to cut off family too?
I do. I mean, yes. The answer is yes. I hit the gavel on that one. Toxic people are toxic people. You can love people from afar, and sometimes that's the role that I've had to take with family. It's just, I love you, and the kind of people that we are, apparently we don't mix well, and we can't come to some sort of common ground, so I'm gonna just love you over here. If we ask something, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. I ain't gonna do nothing to rub you the wrong way. Just keep it over there.
Keep it over there. All right then. I guess.
I don't know what y'all think.
I can't change who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like a peacekeeper. I mean, it could go years and we not talking. I'll pick up the phone and call you just to see if you're still mad, because I don't stay mad. Like,
I don't stay mad either. I just will disassociate myself and just, it'll be very indifferent. That's what I get. I don't get mad. I get indifferent. Over time, it's just like, if you want to talk, fine, whatever. If you don't want to talk, fine, whatever. I'm whatever with it. Like,
well, I hope that gave y'all a little insight to, ways that you can deal with and how people feel about family.
I don't know. I think that's the big debate. I have seen a lot of people in my generation on Instagram and all that. It's always a meme or something talking about family could get cut off too. Blood don't make you permanent and stuff like that. So if you have encountered anything like this, please comment down below and let us know your take on family drama.
Y'all know they're the cancel culture. They cancel you out.
Listen, this is raw talk. You do you. You stick to your opinion. If you feel like it's okay to cut them off, then hashtag cut them off. Everybody can put the pair of scissors down in the comments.
Hashtag try harder.
Okay, it's a hashtag battle.
Try harder.
Try harder, cut them off. What do you do?
What do you do? Do you try? Do you cut them off?
So comment down below. Please do. Let us know.
Let us know.
And of course, you got to hit that thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe. We bringing you these videos so you can have something to deal with, take on for the week. You know what I mean?
Food for thought.
Yes, for the week.
For thought.
You go to church. You watch Word to Your Mother.
Maybe you watch it on your way to work. I think this is a great podcast style type of thing on Monday morning.
Yes. Yeah. And you can talk to the radio. We won't tell. Or the phone or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Subscribe. Hit us up. Let us know what y'all think. Bye, y'all.